Have you ever felt like you've been practicing diligently, chanting, meditating, reading sutras, and yet your life still feels stuck? Like your heart is heavy, your problems remain unsolved, and the transformation you were hoping for seems forever out of reach. Does it ever cross your mind that maybe you're doing something wrong, or worse, that maybe spiritual practice just doesn't work for you? Welcome back to the channel. This topic is going to offer comfort, clarity, and perhaps a whole new perspective on your journey. Because if you've been practicing the Dharma but feel like nothing is changing, you are not alone, and more importantly, you are not failing. According to one of the most revered Tibetan Buddhist masters, the great Dharma King Jigme Phuntsukhe, the truth is this: if the causes and conditions are not yet ripe, the fruit of your efforts cannot appear, no matter how sincere your practice. Let that sink in. It's not that your practice isn't working. It's that the time for visible results has not yet come. In today's video, we're going to explore why this happens, what it means for your path, and how to keep going with strength, faith, and wisdom even when the outer world gives you no signs of progress. Well, let's begin. Imagine a farmer who plants a seed. He waters it, he gives it sunlight, he checks on it every day. But days go by, nothing sprouts. Did he plant the wrong seed? Did the soil reject it? The seed is simply doing what it must do: germinate, grow roots, gather strength in the unseen dark. And then, one morning, without fanfares, it breaks the soil. Spiritual practice is exactly like that. The fruits are real, but they emerge in their own time. Dharma King Jigme Phuntsukhe taught that all of reality functions according to karma and cause and effect, not just in the external world, but within the mind. When we practice, whether through chanting, meditation, compassion, or wisdom, we are planting seeds in our consciousness. But those seeds are not planted in a vacuum. Aligned in a complex field, a field filled with past karma, emotional patterns, ignorance, fear, and desire. And sometimes, that field is not yet ready. It's not a punishment, it's a process. Let me share a story. There was a man named Elise who lost his wife to illness. He fell into deep depression. After years of wandering aimlessly, he discovered Buddhism. He dove in with intensity, meditated daily, read the sutras, served at the local temple. And yet, the depression didn't lift. The grief didn't fade. He felt like a failure, like the Dharma wasn't working. One day, during a retreat, he asked the teacher, "Why do I still feel so broken? I've done everything." The teacher looked at him with kindness and said, "You're not broken. You're still healing. And healing doesn't always look like happiness. It looks like sitting with the pain, again and again, until the pain teaches you how to live." Elise wept. That was the first breakthrough, not the end of grief, but the beginning of transformation. You see, the Dharma is not a vending machine. You don't put in mantras and expect out instant peace. You plant, you water, you wait. And most of the time, the change begins invisibly. You may not feel more joyful, but you're less reactive. You may not feel more enlightened, but you're more patient. You may not have transcended suffering, but you no longer run from it. These are signs. Subtle, sacred. So what are the Unripe causes and conditions? Let's break it down. Causes refer to your efforts, your practice, intention, and mindset. Conditions refer to everything surrounding those efforts: your environment, your past karma, your emotional readiness, even your biological state. If either is lacking, the fruit cannot emerge. It's like trying to light a fire with wet wood. No matter how strong the spark, the conditions won't allow it. But over time, the wood dries, the conditions shift, and one day, the spark becomes flame. Here's something deeply empowering. Even if you don't see results, your efforts are never wasted. Karma doesn't expire. Every chant, every act of compassion, every moment of mind is recorded in the deepest part of your being. And when the time is right, it all blooms. Sometimes in this life, sometimes in the next, but never in vain. There's a famous analogy in Tibetan Buddhism. A person practices for 10 years, sees no results, and gives up. Little do they know, they were one breath away from enlightenment. The problem wasn't the practice. It was the impatience. Because spiritual growth is not linear. It's mysterious, like weather. Sometimes storm, sometimes drought. But beneath it all, the seed is growing. Let's reflect together. What if you let go of expectations? What if you practiced not for results, but for alignment? What if your only goal was to show up with sincerity? The irony is, this mindset is the fruit. When you stop chasing outcomes, you become the Dharma itself. Present, empty of clinging. And that's where transformation begins. So what should you do when results don't show? Keep practicing. Not out of blind faith, but out of deep understanding. Trust the process. Trust the sea. Trust that your effort is sacred, even if unseen. And remember what Dharma King Jigme Pihansake said. When causes and conditions ripen, the fruit will surely appear. Thank you for watching this video. If you've been feeling discouraged on your path, I hope today's message brought you peace. Share your story in the comments. Have you ever practiced without seeing results? How did you stay strong? Like this video if it resonated, subscribe to stay connected, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the Dharma. Until next time, may your patience be vast, your heart open, and your practice unwavering.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the Soulmate Test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now.
http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.